This is the Crosswell Police Department Special Support Section. What is that, you? It's Noel. Sergeant Major Seeker from the Guardian Force. Hey, it's been almost a month since we last talked, right? Did you need the SS to help you with something major or something, Sergeant Major? They wouldn't say something major because her last name is Major. Yes, actually, there's something I need a bit of personal advice about, so I decided to call you guys. Personal? What's this about? Well, I say personal, but it's still Guardian Force business, actually. Sorry for calling you out of the blue like this. It's no big deal. We were in the middle of having lunch anyway. So, where are you now? If you want to talk face to face, we can meet you somewhere. Oh, really? I happen to be at the city's north exit right now, actually. Is it okay if I stop by the SSS building? Of course. By the way, have you eaten yet? We have a plate of pasta ready and waiting for you if you'd like. Oh no, I couldn't possibly impose. Sounds like she's very hungry. Actually, if it's not too much to ask, some pasta would be lovely. Can do. We'll be waiting for you. See you soon. Who was that? Sergeant Major Seeker, believe it or not. She says she needs our advice on something. Oh, no fooling? That's rare. Is someone coming to visit? Yes, Kia, a lady from the Guardian Force. Guardian Force? She hasn't had lunch yet, so let's go ahead and make some more pasta for her. Can I count on your help again, Master Chef Kia? Yeah. Thank you so much for lunch. It was absolutely delicious. Did Kia really make it? Yep, I sure did. But Lloyd did all the prep. I think that's what he called it. Well, you should be proud. I've actually been hearing a lot of stories about you from Fran, but who knew that on top of being the cutest thing ever, you were also an amazing cook? Yeah, Fran's definitely taken a shine to her. Whenever we communicate through the terminal, she always asks to talk to Kia. That sounds like Fran, alright. She's always had a soft spot for kids. Hey Noelle, are you Fran's big sister? Your hair is the same color as hers, and your faces look similar. You think so? I didn't really think we looked all that alike. I was never the cute type like she is. Oh, I nearly forgot the reason why I came here in the first place. Mind if I start explaining the situation, everyone? No, go ahead. It was about those ruins on the outskirts of a mountain path, right? Right. The thing is... So you're saying the ruins are haunted? Allegedly. It's either that or some sort of mystical beast has taken up residence there. Whatever it is, it was never spotted there before recently. So the guys over at Belgar Gate were in charge of the initial investigation, but ended up withdrawing. That means that Tangram Gate is up to bat now. Right. I attempted to investigate the place with a handful of guardsmen yesterday, but as soon as that creepy monster showed up, they all got cold feet. Wait a second, Sergeant Major. Are you by any chance asking us to help you with an exorcism? No, not exactly. The CGF's objective is to simply perform a thorough search of the ruins' interior. Sorry, I should have known it was too much to ask. Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm just afraid we don't have much experience investigating ruins, that's all. I wonder if this is going to be the ruins that we, started the game at, because this game has one of those, they show you something in the future and then you go back in time or whatever, you go back to how it all started. But the fact that you turned to us, of all people, means you have some particular reason, right? Sharp as always, Lloyd. Well, when the guardsmen and I were fighting the monster, it felt like our arts were working differently than usual. Wait, what? Could it be? So you think it was the same as our expedition into Stargazer's Tower? Specifically that the higher elements may be active there. Exactly. The ruins gave me the same feeling I got back then. And so I was wondering if I can get your guys' advice on how to proceed, or even better, your cooperation. I see. So that's why you came to us. I'm well aware that you guys are really busy, but if nothing gets done, the commander is probably going to order us to forget. Well, that lady ass has always been a fan of letting sleeping dogs lie, so I wouldn't be surprised. Since she came all this way to ask us, why don't we work together on this? Sure, it's outside the city, but the way she's describing it has me worried. I suppose. I have no objection. No problemo. Doesn't look like Mademoiselle's too hot about the idea, though. It's not true. Only a child would be afraid of That's out of the bag. Are you scared of ghosts, Ellie? No, that's crazy talk. It's just that we'll need to be extremely cautious going up against an unknown foe and all. Can't blame you for being scared, Ellie. I wouldn't want to go through with all this either, if it weren't my duty. Leaving everything as is, as if nothing happened, I just can't accept that. Sergeant Major. I understand that feeling all too well. You know, Ellie, if you want, you could stay behind and watch the SSS building. Now, why would you say that? Alright, fine, I get it. I'll go, okay? You're not gonna leave me behind. Ellie's entered her enraged mode. All that bluster ain't gonna save you from the ghosties, you know. Can we move on? We received quite a few other support requests today, too. What should we do about them? Oh, that's a good point. Probably be tricky to meet back up with her after we take care of them. Oh, if that's the case, allow me to accompany you as you take care of your requests. I drove my CGF car here, so I can take you anywhere on Crossbow you need to go. Are you sure that's okay? Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem at all. How about we head to the ruins after we finish up the support request? That should work, right? Oh yes, that does seem like it would be the most efficient way. Honestly, it would be nice to be driven around for once. I guess today we'll be getting a taste of what it's like to be in the First Division. It's decided then. Yeah, we're going to be out for most of the afternoon. Can I have you stay here with Zeit and stay on watch again? Sure. Have fun getting rid of the big bad ghosts, everyone. Oh, we got sub-requests to do. Creeping Wisdom. There's no way this is the last chapter. They gotta have at least like one more. Maybe even two. We might have 2 more chapters. My car's parked over near the north exit. I'd be happy to give you a ride as long as we stay within the state borders. Just let me know, okay? That'd be great, thanks. Just be sure the ruins we're headed to are beyond the fort. I believe so. It branched off from the path we took to Mains a few months ago. That's the one. The road is pretty rough, so we'll have to go on foot partway through the tunnel. Alright, then let's wrap things up here for ourselves after another little hike towards. She's infested with ghosts. Idiots be with me. Poor Ellie. This is not her kind of thing. Alright, how many requests we gotta go through before I can get to the actual stuff? 4 requests. We don't have to do all of them right now, though. We should do Sincere Favor, and maybe I'll do Monster Extermination. Yeah, ooh, Quetzalcoatl, though. That's the Guardian Force in Final Fantasy VIII. Do this, and then move on the story, I think? Actually, wait, is this another... Need to certain something that I can't quite figure out. Can you come by and help me? Is this it? I wonder if this is another ingredient gathering one. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. There's another book retrieval one? We already did a quest like this. Okay, Trails from Zero. As if you're not bulky enough, you're reusing quest ideas. Longwow Tavern. Definitely gonna want some. I have a lot of Mirage set to fix that. And time. I have even more time. Take prisoners. Take prisoners. These are their cops. Beatrice? Like the Wild Arms 3 Demon Girl? Stargazer, that's the name of the tower we did. And then Brain Buster. We out here busting some brains. 4 of these. Not enough Mira. I already ran out of Mira? Or it's just too little? That is like 28k Mira. Alright, that should be fine then. We'll get the shoes when we have a bit more money. We did quartz stuff. Oh, we have Noelle here, but she already has a rigid jacket. Battle jacket will give her more attack. It gives someone more attack, but I feel like that's too little of a defense lost. I'd rather just have more defense. Alright. I guess we'll start the short one first, and we'll do the monster quest before moving on. My bet is that there's 5 to 6 chapters in this game. I don't think there's more than 6, but this is most certainly not going to be the last one. I would be astounded. Staying at the Long Lao Tavern. Let's go to the Long Lao Tavern. Which I think is in East Street? Bum 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 bum. It's Anton. You Anton? Nope. Huge pain, yada yada. That's San, I remember. Are you Anton? You're not Anton. You're Anton? Nope. It's been 4 months since I started helping here. Been waiting tables, washing dishes, making beds. I just love making everything sparkle, because you know a happy customer means a happy San. I think is how you say that name. Oh, there's another section of the Long Lao Tavern. Counting intermission? Well, I mean, we're done with intermission, so... I'm talking about, like, in the game. Because technically speaking, the prologue is a thing. So technically this is chapter... If you count the intermission as a chapter, this is technically chapter 5, essentially. If we're counting the prologue as a chapter. I'm begging you, Adios. Please let me meet with that beautiful angel again. Excuse me, are you Anton? Or maybe, did I do math wrong? No, prologue 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, intermission. This would be 6 if we were counting the prologue and intermission as their chapters. But no, I'm talking about, like, chapter. Excuse me, are you Anton? Yep, that's me again. Who are you, though? We're with the Crossbow Police Department's Special Support Section. We're here to consult with you about a support request. Oh, I've been waiting for you. Just something I want to ask for your help with right away. Will you hear me out? Yeah, we will. The request stated that you're trying to locate a woman, right? Yeah, I really need to find her so I can give her my thanks. She pulled me out of the darkness when no one else could. Care to elaborate? Sure, my best friend Ricky and I came from LeBron on vacation. To be honest, my life stinks. I figured visiting somewhere a little more exciting might help turn it around. Sure, fair enough. Nothing changed though. I still got slapped across the face by the cold, cruel reality of my life. To make matters worse, I managed to lose my wallet and all the money I brought for this trip along with it. Aw man, that really is unfortunate. Well, yeah, I'd leave it to someone as dull and hopeless as myself to screw up that badly. I really am my own worst enemy, aren't I? Ricky already tried to help me find my wallet, but it was to no avail. I was thinking I had no other choice but to borrow some mirror from him and limp back home to LeBurl. However, that was when it all began, just when all hope was lost. That kind woman gave me the helping hand I needed. Man, I'm jealous. You don't find a gal like that every day. Seriously, it was all thanks to her efforts that I was able to get my wallet back in one piece. As you can imagine, I thought our meeting could have only been fated words. When I was lost, trapped in an endless pit of darkness, she held out her hand and pulled me back into the light. She's nothing short of an angel. So, to make an increasingly long story short, you want us to find this girl, right? Yeah, it's exactly right. The problem is, I've been searching for her for the last 3 weeks, but I haven't found a single lead. I asked the Bracer Guild to help a poor guy out, but they turned me down. They claimed that it'd be a low priority case since she isn't exactly missing. They have far more important work they need to focus on. Hell, if this were LeBurl, I'd be able to get help with something as mundane as a drinking contest. Are you okay? I'm fine, just reopened an old wound. Anyway, moving on. Ricky heard about your team while he was out in the town, so he had submitted a request for me. Your team's pretty much like the Bracer Guild, right? Come on, help a poor guy out. Well, sure, I suppose. I didn't know the SSS handled requests of this nature. Your work is a much wider scope than I thought it did. To be fair, something like this is quite rare. So what's the plan, Lloyd? I do not know how I feel about the CPD involving themselves in other people's personal affairs. She makes a good point. Gotta be honest with you guys, I kind of want to scope out with this chick. Words. What's she look like anyway? Bet she's cute as heck, yeah? Cute as heck doesn't even begin to describe her. I still have her burned into my memory. She had a gentle aura about her that could calm even the most churlish of men. Her calm voice radiates an unbridled kindness. And don't need to get me started on her utterly adorable auburn pigtails. Huh? I can't help but shake the feeling that I know someone like that. I agree. It sounds awfully familiar. I too seem to recall encountering someone of a similar description frequently. Well, he's certainly talking about our Fran, ain't he? Oh, I think you're right. Wait a second, you guys know her? There's a strong chance we do. Some more than others. You said she had an auburn-colored hair. Was it roughly the same color as mine? Yeah, it is. It totally is. No way, don't tell me. Are you related to each other? Well, assuming we're not mistaken, then yes. I'm actually her older sister. Oh, thank you, sweet Adios. You hear that, Ricky? Fate strikes again. Sure, Anton, if that's what your heart believes, then maybe you're right. Though you're kind of ignoring the possibility that she might not actually be the one. Excuse me, dear sister. What? She already had, you know, romantic partner. Huh? Not that I've heard of. We don't live together, but she's never told me anything of the sort. I see. Anyway, I'd like to really show her my most heartfelt thanks before I head back to Liberl. Would you do me the great honor of asking her to meet with me? Well, I suppose I don't mind. Are you okay with taking on this request, Lloyd? Wow, we heard this whole story and they're finally giving me a choice. Yeah, I mean, I gotta. Alright, we'll accept your request. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, then I'm counting on you guys. Please get her to promise to meet with me again. Now that it's settled, we should head over to the precinct and see if we can get a hold of her. I bet she's manning the reception desk by now. Good idea, I'll come along with you. A sincere favor. When I said pigtails, I was like, yeah, it's gotta be Fran. Legend of Heroes Odyssey of Anton. Legend of Heroes Trails around Anton's love life. I love that. Gallic Narrative, welcome to stream. How you doing? First time chatter, according to Twitch. Residential, I think? No, it's administrative. I always forget where the CPD is. Hey, Fran. Oh, hey, everyone. I see you're still tagging along with the SSS, huh? Noe? You guys run into a snag while you were investigating those ruins? No, not quite. We're actually here to speak with you, Fran. With me? Did I do something wrong? Not at all. We're just following a lead for this request we're working on. You see, there's a tourist claiming you helped him during the last day of the anniversary festival. You apparently helped him find his wallet. Does that ring any bells? A wallet. Let me think about that for a second. Oh, right, I do remember that. He's a traveler from Liberl, right? So, he really did meet Fran. Was there... I'm gonna sound crazy. Was there a character from Trails in the Sky named Anton? Because that name sounds really familiar, and not because it's a common name, a relatively common name, but I feel like I've heard that name in Trails. And if I did, then I heard it in Trails in the Sky. And if it is the same Anton in Trails in the Sky, if there is one in Trails in the Sky, I cannot remember for the life of me who that was. I just know I've heard that name in Trails. It is the same Anton? Yeah, I knew I heard that name in Trails. I cannot tell you where you see him in Sky or what he did. He was probably some NPC because I don't remember him. I just know I heard that name in Trails. Oh boy, let me tell you, that was one hard day. I was on my way home from work when I ran into a man on the verge of tears. I knew I couldn't just leave him like that. We were out past sundown trying to track down that darn wallet of his. Leave it to Fran to drop everything to help some poor schmuck she doesn't even know. Well, I am a member of the police force. It's my duty to help those in need. I called HQ over and over to see if the wallet got turned in. Funnily enough, we ended up finding it under his bed at the inn he was staying at. I was relieved it wasn't stolen, at least. He's also in Cold Steel 1 and 2? Yeah, I do not remember that in Cold Steel 1 and 2. Granted, it's been too long since I played those games, and if he is, like, an NPC, then, you know, no way I'd remember that. But, I mean, when he said he's from Liberl, I was like, this is probably a Sky reference. And lo and behold, it is. So it was all a false alarm. Anyway, what did you need from me? Did something happen to him? Right about that. We learned that his name is apparently Anton, and as it turns out, He's still here in Crossbow City even though the festival is well over. He's been trying to track you down for weeks and doesn't want to leave until he's had the chance to thank you. That's why his friend submitted a request to the SSS to help him out. Wow, really? Oh, I'm flattered. So, what do you say, Fran? No one's forcing you to meet him, so you have every right to refuse if you don't want to. I don't see why not. He's been trying his hardest to find me, hasn't he? Seriously? You sure? I promise you don't have to go through with this just to help us with the request words. Oh no, that's not why I agreed to it. I actually would like to meet him again too. After our little adventure from the last time, I'm sure we'll have plenty to sit back and laugh about. Oh, but I might not be able to make time for him, considering I'm working. Shoot. If that's the case, then it's out of our hands. Excuse me, everyone. What's up, Rebecca? Sorry for interrupting your conversation like this, but your lunch break's coming up pretty soon, isn't it, Fran? Why don't you ask him to meet you then? Really? Do you mind? It's a little unorthodox since you're technically on duty, but you should have enough time for a chat. As long as you do it during your break, I'll be able to hold down the fort. You seem to be having a little bit too much fun with this, Rebecca. Well, since you're going out of your way to help me, I'll accept the offer. Well then, how about this little rendezvous? Would Vinge Sept in Central Square be alright? I can head there in a little bit. Well, as long as you're okay with it. We should go and tell Anton the plan. Make sure he knows I'm looking forward to it too. Fran, don't tell me she's actually interested in this Anton guy. Something up, Noelle? You seem to be off in a whole other world out there. It's nothing, Randy. I'm fine. Anyway, Lloyd, let's go report the news to Anton. Alright, sounds like a plan. You're just worried about your little sister. Pretty standard stuff. This is not the... Actually, while I'm here... Arios. Arabonia. What is Arios doing in Arabonia? Scott, Downtown District. Wenzel, Downtown District. Lynn, St. Ursula Medical College. Aeolia, St. Ursula. Armorca, Estelle and Joshua. Cool. What was the monster again? West Crossbow Extermination? I don't remember if that leads to Armorca or not. If it does, then we'll go visit them. You know what? Check my right. I want to buy some bait so I never have to mess with fishing. And I can just buy my bait. Because I was told I can buy bait in chapter 3, was it? Alright, never mind. It's not happening. That's fine. I'm fine because I'm never going to fish again unless the game makes me.